Joining me now is Bellator 298 welterweight headlining against Logan Storley. I got Brennan Ward here. Brennan, how's it going, man?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Big main event coming up here. I know it's something that you've worked toward since you returned to MMA. Did you think it would come this soon after you beat Homasi? Did you think that this would be the next step for you, something like this?
I mean, no, honestly, no, I didn't. I figured there'd have to be a couple more before this one, but hey, they presented it and I took it, so I'd rather fight him than a couple other guys lower than him. You know what I'm saying? So I took it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, I guess when you went back and watched that Homasi fight, that was one that I think everybody was really excited for before the fact. And the good thing was you guys didn't disappoint. That was a pretty fun fight. So were you pretty happy with the way you went out there? We get to see a little bit of your wrestling, which I know is something that we don't always get to see, even though you're pretty good at it. So pretty complete performance. Were you happy with it?
Yeah, it was a good show, man. I mean, I feel like we did what we said we were gonna do. And dude, as long as it's entertaining, at this point in my career, as long as it's a good show, obviously the win is you got to win. But a fight like that, even if you take an L in a fight like that, it really don't matter. It really don't matter because everyone just remembers the fight. I got to congratulate you for being up for one of those awards, the MMA awards. But me and Sabah, we're right up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to get, to even be nominated for that, it's a good fight, both guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate that. Congratulations on your nomination as well. This fight against Logan is a little bit, not only is the stakes higher, but a little bit different. You're in a headliner. You're in a 5-round fight, which is, back when you were in Bellator before, not all title fights. The only main events that were 5 rounds were title fights. Now they do the whatever main event it is, there's 5 rounds. So any difference in preparation for that? Any, not concerns, but anything you had to get acquainted to at all?
Nope. You know me, man. This fight ain't leaving the second, dude. It don't matter. You could schedule it for a 20-round fight. It don't matter. It's not leaving round 2. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So I train accordingly. I can fight. I train accordingly, man. I'm telling you right now, there's not many other fighters in the world who do what I do for strength and conditioning. There's not. And I make sure that I can do my job for as long as I have to do it. It's not going to be the whole time, but if I got to stand out there, if I got to stand out there and throw bombs for 25 minutes, I'm going to do it. You ain't going to see me gas out. You ain't going to see me slow down. I got one speed, that's pedal to the metal, and that's how I train. I train so I can go pedal to the metal. Every day I push myself beyond exhaustion so I can make sure that I can just go fucking full throttle the whole time.
And what are you kind of expecting out of him? I think so far we've seen you fight guys since you've been back that are maybe a little bit willing to trade with you and kind of strike. And, it doesn't necessarily end up good for them. But Logan's a guy, I think we all know that he's going to try to probably wrestle you. So thoughts on having somebody that has that sort of game plan as an opponent? And I guess how willing do you feel like he is going to be to trade with you?
I mean, I think that he might be telling himself that he can trade a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He might, I might be able to, he might be thinking it, his coaches might be thinking it, but I think in the back of all their minds, they know that once we actually start trading, dude, you might hit me with a couple shots. All right, dude, that's not, that's fine. I'll eat his shots, dude. I will take a couple of his to give him one of mine. And once he feels that, dude, he's gonna resort to wrestling. I hope he wants to trade. I did an interview the other day. Oh, people think he has more power striking than you. Good. I hope he wants to go out there and try to trade. Dude, I don't want to have to wrestle his fucking bitch ass for 25 minutes. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Come try to test your shit. You work with some good striking coaches. I know some of his coaches. I train with some of his coaches, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that dude Strout. He's got some good shit. My boy Sean Soriano down there. These dudes know me. He can end up wrestling. I think we all know that.
Yeah. And what do you think's at stake here? I mean, he's been a guy that's been an interim champion. He's a top contender. You feel like this is a title shot opportunity?
He can't lose. He can't lose. He can't lose to me. I'm ranked 8th. You better dude. If he loses to me, his time on top is done. Because guess what? He's not gonna beat some dudes that are. He's not gonna beat the 4 guy. He's not gonna beat the dude. He won't beat the fucking 10 guy at our weight. He ain't beat dude. I think Sabah will knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he has to beat me to stay on top, dude. He's in big trouble. And for me, I don't have to win. I don't have to win shit. I'm 35 years old, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out there to bomb, dude. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna I'm fucking you up though. What's up? You know?
And if you go out there and win this, do you feel like that will be enough for a title shot? I mean, it's pretty quick comeback up the ladder, but you beat a guy like him, you're right there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they would rather. I think a lot of people would rather see me have the belt. You know what I'm saying? Because at least then when dudes come and challenge me for the belt, you know they're gonna get a slugfest. You know you're gonna get a badass title fight. You're not gonna get some dude that's just gonna go out, take the guy down, and lay on you. And I'm not talking shit about his style, dude. His style wins him fights. You know, that's undoubted. He was the interim champ. I'm not taking anything away from the kid. He's good. He's really good. He's great at what he does. But as far as like a champ, you don't want that to be your champ. That's like another George St. Pierre. All respect in the world to him. But people would complain about him, remember, at the end of his career, because it was all decision. Because he was that much better than people. He was that much better that he could just take you down, control the fight. It's kind of what Logan does. Where you give me the belt, I get that belt, or even fight for the belt. Me and Amosov, we'll scrap. That'll be a fight. Me and Amosov, that'll be a scrap.
And you and Logan, I've noticed on Instagram, kind of going back a little bit back and forth. It seems like you guys are. It's as the outsider, I found it kind of funny. Like, I don't think it's necessarily super like hateful or anything, but I guess what are your attitudes towards him in that? Is it just kind of a thing to psych yourself up a little bit, kind of have that back and forth?
Hype the fight up, but he's a nice kid, man. He's like a nice guy. You know, I don't want to get it. I would feel strange, getting into like a beef with a kid like that. He's like a sweetheart. You know what I mean? He's like your all-American kid. You know what I'm saying? Well, I do, I have like a rougher side to my personality. You know what I mean? Obviously, everyone knows my history outside the cage. A little bit of, a little rough around the edges. But he's not. He's like, So even I was talking, I'm gonna fuck him up, blah blah blah, and he really didn't say much back. I was like, fuck. I kind of just left it alone. You know what I'm saying? We're like kid like Dalton. When me and Dalton we're going back and forth with each other. That kid, he's a gritty kid. So we were getting kind of, it was funny. It was fun going back and forth with a kid like Dalton. But, Logan, I almost feel weird, like, talking shit to him, He knows what's coming, dude. Everyone knows what's coming.
Yeah. Like I said, I think you guys had the memes going. It was like the perfect level of funny trash talk. So good on you guys for selling the fight a little bit. Kind of a weird time at Bellator right now, right? There's obviously a lot of rumors. Scott Coker's talked about how they're bringing in or they're looking at potentially being sold or partnership. As a fighter, is that kind of an uncomfortable situation at all? Like, you don't know what the future is?
I don't know how much I can say and how much I should say right now. I do have my opinions about what's happening, like big time. I got my opinions, man, and I got my thoughts on it and what's going on. And I don't know if I really don't want to piss anybody off, so I'm going to kind of keep that to myself right now. And then after the fight, Nolan, if you want to chat about it, I'll link up with you again, and I'll tell you exactly how I feel. But I don't want to kind of let how I feel out of, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to piss people off right now going into this fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's more than fair.
You're showing up at fight week and people aren't happy.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble.
No, I know you know.
Yeah. So I guess kind of last thing, you go out to Sioux Falls next week. You're headlining your first show in quite some time. Your life's a lot different than it was, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You're making you're probably your biggest push towards the top. I know you've had opportunities before, but this is the new version of Brennan Ward. So I guess kind of when you play it all out in your mind, what are you seeing going down next week in South Dakota, man?
Yeah, I mean, I see a TKO at probably mid to the end of second round. It'll be kind of the same thing as last time. With Probably won't knock him out cold, but he'll have enough. He'll cover up, and I'll fucking beat him until the referee takes me off him, and that's how it's gonna play out. So.
Yeah. Well, appreciate the time, Brennan, as always, man. Good luck with everything next week, and we'll be talking afterwards, man.
I'll see. Are you gonna be out there, Nolan?
I'm not, unfortunately, but I'm sure that wherever you fight next, I'll be there. How about that?
I'll be seeing you soon.
Yes, sir. Take care, man.
Talk to you.